You 2 minutes to the gentleman from New York, Mr. Lawler.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in strong support of H.R. 1615, the Gas Stove Protection and Freedom Act. This bipartisan legislation is pragmatic policymaking, one that safeguards the availability, use, and affordability of gas stoves. By placing restrictions on the actions of the Consumer Product Safety Commission, an important federal regulatory agency, this act will help preserve access to traditional gas stoves for all Americans. Now, why is this important? Because the government should not be in the habit of restricting consumer choice or access to appliances that are integral to our everyday lives. Now, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle will stand here and say till they're blue in the face that they don't want to ban gas stoves and that it's ridiculous that anyone would dare claim that it's happening. But the fact is, they're already doing it. In New York State, most new construction starting in 2026 will ban gas stoves. That was put in the state budget just 2 months ago. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, nearly 62% of households in New York State have a natural gas cooking appliance. A potential efficiency standard can be financially detrimental to millions of New Yorkers. Now, if you look at the sign, it's talking about 23 hours more that Americans will have to use per year boiling water under this potential regulation. Guess what? 70% of electricity is generated by natural gas. You'll be using more natural gas, not less. And over the past 2 decades, natural gas has reduced carbon emissions by 60% greater than renewables. In California, they tried the same thing and had it summarily thrown out of court due to the absolute absurdity of this effort. Again, we can and should build a diverse energy grid. We agree with that. But it's got to be based on science and facts, not pie-in-the-sky ideas. We simply cannot outright ban sources of energy and appliances that millions of Americans rely on. In short, the Gas Stove Protection and Freedom Act is prudent legislation, one that values consumer choice and maintains the availability of essential household appliances. I urge all of my colleagues to join me in supporting this significant and sensible bipartisan effort. I yield back.
Mr. Chairman, I reserve.
The gentleman from Florida.